Hello, everyone. Today we have a Dwarves versus Grand Cathay game. On the Cathay side, we are going to have a Celestial General, along with some Righteous Winged Lancers, already getting shot out of the sky by the Dwarven cannons. Some Crowmen, a line of Jade Warriors and Peasant Spearmen, some Crane Gunners, and an Alchemist. On our side, we will have the aforementioned cannons, who were just laying waste to some very nice units. A whole line of dwarven warriors, some miners and miners with blasting charges, and then we indeed have Thoric Ironbrow on his big Anvil of Doom, and his good friends Gotrek and Felix. I have been trying to fit them into a build, but goddamn are they expensive. So I've taken away all of their abilities except for Foe Seeker, because being fast is always nice, and we're going to get them in there. Croman, trying to dive on the cannons, going to get met by the Grim Delvers, as well as some Long John Sayer Pirates to get some shots in there. Meanwhile, the Jade Warriors taking a big volley from some Miners with Blasting Charges. Thoric going to get in there. Along with some Dwarven Warriors. Gotrek, of course, sprinting directly into the foe, is going to get a little stumped up by his fellows, but immediately everyone's going to flee as soon as Gotrek gets to the front line. Very sad. Thoric, still man-moding his way through on his bearers, going to get in there alone now, but Gotrek has gotten through and is going to start tearing some stuff up. In a blob fight, no better guy to be with than old Gotrek. Thoric has gotten fully surrounded, but we have Felix in here too, who's going to be giving his AoE healing. Gotrek just swinging down like 4 of these guys all at once, trying to get in on the Celestial General himself, but getting a little caught up and a little distracted in the meantime. Back, the cannons have reformed ranks. Crowman coming in to dive again. We're calling it more Slayer Pirates. Slayer Pirates shooting into the Peasant Spearmen over here. The Grim Delvers moving back on up. Looks like the Celestial General finally going to come all the way back down to attack Thoric. Gotrek and Felix able to immediately respond, and finally Gotrek is going to get a nice slice in on the General himself. Gonna get some very good damage, Gotrek being one of the best anti-large fighters in the game, and the lore in general. We have some Peasant Archers and Peasant Horsemen coming in to try and get some more space. The Celestial General getting messed up by Gotrek and Felix and the cannons from downtown. Pretty solid bit of magic going down there. Slayer Pirates still shooting in. Peasant Horsemen are able to get around and in combination with the Crowmen shut down the cannons. Some Grim Delvers and Long John Pirates in combination with Miners with Blasting Charges are going to seemingly rout all of that, though. Thoric, again, 1v1ing the Dragon General and his personal guard by himself, because Gotrek and Felix are getting a little distracted. They're going to try and get in there and get some more attacks on, though, but Thoric getting pretty low. Peasant Archers getting in here where they can finally assist. Another pretty solid bit of magic, going to do quite a bit to these Dwarf Warriors. And it looks like Thoric is going to go down. I kind of want to not bring him on his big mount like this anymore, because he did get messed up. Luckily, Gotrek able to get in there now that he has exposed himself, doing pretty excellent damage himself, but Thoric is going to go down. Backfield, Long John Sayer Pirates still shooting into everything. Finally pulling up some Iron Drakes to get a good cook down on all of those Spearmen. Gonna move up and see if we can keep doing that. Gotrek, able to take down the enemy general, is going to keep rolling around with Felix and move forward now that this point has been mostly taken. Flamethrowers, again, getting a beautiful volley right into the center mass of all of the Jade Lancers and Jade Warriors. Slayer Pirates finally going to get in there and try and stop them from diving in. Gotrek and Felix continuing to clear up everything, along with a couple of Dwarf Warriors. Grim Delvers and some more Slayer Pirates finally coming over to reinforce the point. And the Iron Drakes did get dove on, but they're going to run back into some Slayers, so the Jade Lancers follow them in. Slayer Pirates finally getting in and getting some good melee done. Grim Delvers getting a line. Slayer Pirates just running in. Gotrek and Felix finally cleaning up the last of Jade Warriors. More Jade Lancers coming into the back. These have gotten caught up in the Slayers. Slayers and Miners and more Dwarf Warriors coming to continue to hold the back point. Peasant Archers against Slayer Pirates is not going to be a very nice fight for them, especially not when they're getting shot by the Grim Delvers as well. They're going to go ahead and rout immediately. Dwarf Warriors and them just having some fun over here. More Jade Lancers getting caught up in Slayers. And the Onyx Crowman coming in for a little bit of a flank over here. We've resecured, we have lots of people over here, so we're going to start pushing out, trying to shut down the Alchemist and all of the Crane Gunners. Another cannon resummon, going to start shooting into the Jade Lancers along with all of the fire. Very nice fire barrage, going to go ahead and rout them, as no one wants to deal with the flames. A little more damage from the flamethrowers and the cannons, going to make sure that they stay away for good. And Slayer's going to come in, and we're going to recap this point. Flamethrowers going to try and get on the Onyx Crowman before they get onto the catapults. Gotrek and Felix still following the charge to get onto the Crane Gunners over here. Crowmen land and are met by some Slayers to fight them off. Things getting unsummoned everywhere. The Long-Drawn Slayer Pirates have made it completely across the map and are engaging some Peasant Horsemen. Gonna get some Miners with Blasting Charge to help them out. And a big ol' Terracotta Sentinel comes out and is ready to put work on everything over here. Gotrek and Felix, no fear of course, going to run straight in there and get fighting with him. The Miners with Blasting Charges, a little afraid, but these would never fear such a meeker creature. Gotrek doing some pretty respectable damage with these individual swings, going to get the Terracotta Sentinel to run away. Meanwhile, in the back, another cannon summon. The Slayers have cleared off of all of the Crowmen. The Iron Drakes moving up to support the Slayers and reforming the ranks throughout the whole field. The Grim Delvers are going to get dove on and executed by the Crane Gunners and the Onyx Crowmen. But with Gotrek and Felix chasing down the final Terracotta Sentinel, it's going to be a bad day for the Cathay, as you can see from this shot here. So yeah, a nice little Gotrek and Felix adventure. Gotrek did quite well. He executed the Lord and was starting to do some work on that Terracotta Sentinel.